Good morning students. Once again welcome back to Web Technologies class. In today's class we will discuss about text properties. Okay. So in the last class already I have given font properties. Means if you want to if you want to increase the size or if you want to decrease the size of the text. Okay. That if you want to give a particular font weight or particular font size to the text, that you can give by using the font properties. Okay, so in today's class, I will explain you about text property. Means it is a presentation of your text. Font property is nothing but it is the size of the text. Font is nothing but the text. Now here text property means if you want each word should be capital, or if you want the text should be underlined, the text should be colored. Okay, such properties you can give by using text properties. Okay. So now I will give you already I have given list of text properties. This property is a text color. This property is a text alignment. This property is a text decoration. And this property is a text indentation. This is a text transform, text shadow, text letter spacing, text word spacing. 6 properties are given. Now I will explain you about each and every property. You take screenshot of this and I will explain the color property now. This okay. Here color. Okay. So here color is a sub property of the text. What is the use of the color property? Using a color property, you can give the color of the text. Like you can give any color. You can give directly any of the color. You can give RGB specification. Like that, you can give color value in any format. But what is the use of this property? Using this property, you can give a color to a text. What is the default color of the text? Black. Okay. So using this property, you can modify the color of the text. And the syntax example I want to give a paragraph color. Purple I want to give. So color is a property and it is a colon. Purple is a value. Okay. This is a selector. This is a property and this is a value. Okay, what property we are discussing our text property, no? So using this property, what I am doing, just I am changing the size of the, color of the text. The default color of the text is black. I don't want the black color text. I want to give the purple color. So if you want to change the color of the text, then we use the color property. Okay. Now the next property is the alignment. In the name itself, you have a definition. Alignment. Alignment means, by default, when you display any text, where the text will be displayed, this is the browser of the example. Here the text will be displayed. So this is the default alignment is the left side of the browser window. Now if you want to give the right side, you can give. So you should give the new alignment. You should modify the default alignment. You can give a new alignment, that is right side. Okay. The next one is the middle. Center you can give. The text will be displayed center. And the third one is a justify. Justify means like how the text will be displayed is like a newspaper, you get a paragraphs in a particular alignment. No? That is nothing but a justify. Okay, that is 4 possible values you can give in a alignment. Okay, so how to give is, here you see. Selector example. By default, paragraph is a left alignment. So open the brace. What is the property? Text align. Example. I am giving a center. Okay. So this is a text alignment. Text alignment is a property, and what is the value? Center. Any element you can give. Here I have given a paragraph. You can give the same for each one. Okay. What is the element doesn't matter. What property you are applying. What property we are applying here? Text alignment. Okay. Now the text one, third one is a text to decoration. Text to decoration means if you want to give a text underline, if you want to give like this. Text. This is underline. So you are decorating a text. If you want to give a different style to the text, like underline, overline, line through, such properties if you want to give, then we'll use this text decoration property. Okay, so using the text decoration property, what we can give? Underline. Such things you can give by using a text decoration. So here I am giving a underline to a paragraph. Then so you can give underline also. So actually, what are the possible values for this underline is text decoration. Possible values are underline, overline, is above the text. Next, line through. Line through. The next one is a blink. 4. Okay. So underline is like this. Below the text you will get. And overline is like this. Text. Above the text you will get a line. That is the overline. Line through means the middle of the text you will get a line. Okay. And the next one is the blink. Blinking text will be displayed. So there are 4 possible values for the text decoration. Underline, overline, line through, blink. Okay. So here I am giving one property H2. What is the property here? Text decoration. Text decoration. Overline underline. You can give any property. So overline. So above the text you will get a line. So that is the text decoration property. Underline, overline, line through, blink. Okay. The next one is a text indent. Text indent, what it means is, example, this is your glossary book. Okay. So by default, when you display the content, from where it will start, from a left and top, right? So here only I don't want to give my text. I want to give a little space here. This is called as a text indent. So if you want to give a space between borders and the first character of the paragraph, first character of the text, then you can use a indent. So here what are the possible values here? See, as I already said, I want to give a space. Then how much space you want? Okay, how much space you want? That is a text indent property. So give the sentence here. Is that what we can say, that the first character of the text or first character of the paragraph or first line of the text. Okay, text indent. H1 text indent. Example. Here starting the first line, I want to give this much space. This is a 5 points example of 5 M's. So here I am giving a 5 M's. 5 M's is nothing but one of the measurement unit. Text indent. Okay. The space of the first character. If you want to give a free space for a first character in a window or in any paragraph, then you can use the text indent property. Now the next one is a text transform property. Text transform property means transforming a text. Transforming a text means, example, generally when you enter the text, no, this is your browser window, you are entering the text like A, B, C, like this. So only the first character will be displayed in a capital. Okay. So, but what I want to do is each word of the text should be in capital. Or I want to convert all the text should be in capitals, or else I want to convert all the text into small cases. Then we can say that that is a text transformation. Converting the text into lower cases or into upper cases, then that property is called as a text transformation. Okay, so for the text transformation, here we have possible values. First one is capitalize. Capitalize means each word of the text will be changed into capital letters. Next, uppercase. Whatever text is there, that will be converted into a uppercase. The next one is a lowercase. Okay, each letter is converted into a lowercase letters. Okay, so here I have given 3 possible values, or you can give a normal. By default, before making any changes, whatever text we are getting, that is a normal. 4 possible values are there. capitalize. Each word first letter will be changed into capital. Uppercase letters. Each letter, not word, each letter will be changed into capital letters. Each letter will be changed into a small letters, that is lower cases. Normal means by default whatever you are getting from a means whatever text just now I explained, first character will be displayed in a capital. That is nothing but the normal. So from this available 4 values you can apply any one property. Okay, so here I am giving H5 text transform. Text transform. Each letter I want to convert into uppercase. Okay. So this is your text transform property. Text transform possible values are 4, uppercase, lowercase, capitalized and normal. Out of 4, from that 4 values I am using 1 value here. Okay. Now the next one is text shadow. Text shadow means like this is a text. If you want to create any shadow, then you can use a shadow property. Okay. So text shadow here actually we need a 4 values. First one for x axis and second one for y, and third one for a blur, and a fourth one for a color. So if you want to give a text shadow property, then you need these 4 values. First one is x axis, whatever shadow you want in x axis. The second one is a y, third one is a blurriness, and the fourth one is a color of the shadow. Okay, so depends on your requirement, you can get this. This is the text shadow. Now come to letter spacing. Letter spacing is nothing but like this is the text. This is the norm. But if you want to display like this text, okay, this is called as the space between a letter. Space between a letter. So this is called as a letter spacing property. Space between a letters. But between each and every letter, how much space you want to give? Either you want to give 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points. How much space you want between the letters? That you can give by using a letter spacing property. Okay. Now, letter spacing, I'll give you the example. H1. Letter spacing, directly you can use this. Letter spacing 5 points. Between each and every letter, you will get a 5 points distance. The next one is the word spacing property. Word spacing. Similarly, just given a space between a text. No? So using a word spacing property, you can give a space between each and every word. The property is like a paragraph, word spacing 10 pixels. You can use any length unit. Here I am using a word spacing. Okay. So means when you will give a word spacing, so in the paragraph between each and every word you will get a 10 pixel space. That is a word spacing. And you have more properties here. The next one is the direction. 6th property over, next one is the direction. Direction means actually it is similar to the marquee property. When if you want to display the scrolling text, if you want to move the text from left to right or right to left, then we'll use a direction property. Here the possible values are 2. L, T, R, left to right, and right to left, R, T. Okay, so according to your text direction, the text will be moved from left to right or right to left. So paragraph, I am giving a direction. And here few properties will not work in old versions and in Firefox. Okay, remember that point. Direction RTL means the text will RTL. The text will move from right to left. Okay, this is one property. The next one is vertical alignment. vertical align. Just previously whatever alignment I have given, this is the horizontal, left, right, center. So here vertical alignment you can give a top, bottom, middle, like this. Okay, so these are all text properties. These are all properties you can apply to the text. Now we'll write one example program. Style. First we start from HTML. Head, style, type, text, / CSS. Using the style tag, you can include CSS code inside the HTML. So here what I am giving is paragraph, text align, center, next the H1, text transform. Text transform. I want to convert each and every letter of H1 into a uppercase. Okay, and different properties you have now. You can apply all those properties for H2, letter spacing. 10 points I am giving. So only these properties I want to give, but whatever properties I have given in the list, all those properties you can apply. Style, head. This is head section. Now come to the body section. Body tag. Actually for 3 elements I have given the property. So the 3 elements I am using. Paragraph, text, close the paragraph. Next H1, text, close the H1. So here I have given text. You can add any text. Okay. Next H2. Text, I have given H2, close the body, close the H2. Okay, this is the example which illustrates your text properties. Now we discuss, after this we discuss about background properties. Background images or background color that will all come under the background properties. Okay, so that we'll discuss now. Now I'll give you the list of the background properties. First background color. Okay, text if you want to give the background color. That is the background color. Second one is background image. Next, the third one is the background position. Background position. Initial position of the image when you display on the browser window. The fourth one is the background size. Size of the background image. The next one is background repeat. The next one is a background attachment. All these properties will come under background only, background attachment. Okay. Now we will discuss about each and every property. Okay, first I will explain you about background color property. See, example, there is a text. If you give a font color, only color property, then what happens? Only the color will be applied to a text. But if you want to give a background color to a text, then only the text property is not applied. Then we need to use the background color property like this. H1 background color property. Okay, so H1 text will be black color. Background color, we need to give the color. Color example, yellow. that will change the color of the text. But if you give the background color, only the background total, whatever height is there for the text, the complete area is covered with the given color. That is a background color. The next one, if you want to give a background image, then we'll use the background IMG property. And remember one point, when you are giving a background image property, you need to give the location of the image, because the browser need to take an image from a particular location and it has to display. So that is why browser, you need to give the location actually, where is the current location of the image. So when you give the location of the image, then what happens, browser will pick the image from the given location and it will paste on the given area. That is the background image property. See, for H1 or H2 paragraph, I want to give a background image. Background IMG. This is the main property, it is a sub property. IMG, in the bracket you should give the URL. It is nothing but the location of the image. Example, in the system, in a C drive you have an image. Then how will you get like this? Image colon URL. C drive, in a web folder you have a.jpg example. So this is the location of the image. So complete location of the image you need to give when you are using a background image. Now the next one is a background position of an image. So when you are displaying any image on the browser window, if you want to give a initial position for a image, that you can give. Okay. First one is like this. Example, paragraph, already I have given image, that position I am given. Background, initial position, using a position property here. Position left and right. You can give a right, you can give a bottom, you can give a top, or you can give a center. Okay. Understood? So this is about background position property. The next one is a background size property. See, actually background size means you can fix the size of the background image by using a size property. So for font size, whatever properties are given, all those properties you can use for this background size also. But here one thing you need to remember, this size property and next position property and this image URL image property, that we are applying on the images only. So before that, first you insert the image, then you apply this property. Otherwise this properties will be useless. Okay. So first you insert the image, then you add the property. So paragraph background size. Okay, how much size you want to give to the image, that you can give. Like here I am giving the 100 pixels. This specifies height and width of the image, whatever image you are giving. Example, in HTML height and width properties are explained for images. Similarly, if you using CSS same properties if you want to give, then we can use the background size property. The next one is a background repeat. So repeat means, example, this is your browser window. This is your browser window. Here I have inserted one image. Example, this is an image. Same image, if you want to repeat number of times, then we use the background repeat property. So this also we did an image. First you insert an image. After inserting an image, then you repeat that. So here we have two values, repeat x. Repeat x, which repeats the image horizontally. The next one is the repeat y, which repeats the image vertically. Two values. For this also you need an image. Then you give the repeat property. Okay. So example, first I am giving a background image. Background image. First I am giving I am inserting an image. URL example a.jpg. Next semicolon background repeat x. So which repeats the image horizontally. So if you want to repeat an image vertically, you can repeat image vertically also. Okay, if you give repeat y, if you want to repeat image vertically. The next property is the repeat background attachment. See, actually what is a background attachment is when you design a web page. In the web page you have an image, you have a paragraph. So when you scroll the image, what happened? When you scroll the page, then what happened? Whatever image is there and whatever paragraph is there, that will also scroll. But sometimes what you want to do is, I want to scroll only the text. I don't want to scroll the image. Then you can give the background attachment equals to fixed. Okay, so here background image already I have given. Background attachment example fixed. Then what happened? The image will be fixed and the remaining paragraph will scroll, or here you can give a scroll also. And remember one point, this properties won't work in all the browsers. Okay, but whatever available properties are there, that I am explaining now. So these are the background properties which are deals with only the background color, background images, background. Okay, if it is a foreground, then we will go with the font size property, font properties. Now here I will give you one example program which illustrates all the background properties. HTML head, inside the head I am giving a style tag. Style type equals to text / using this we are including CSS code inside the HTML. Next we are discussing about background properties. So paragraph, background color, example pink. I am not closing this because of same property I am giving to a single element. Next, background image, URL, location of the image. Example here I am giving the name of the image a1.jpg, semicolon. Next, background position. Next to background repeat, if you want to give, you can give. Repeat X. Means we are repeating image horizontally. Okay. So these are all properties I am applying to only paragraph. So if you want to see all these properties, just give the paragraph text as a 4 to 5 lines so that you will get the background image. Clear picture will get. I am closing the style tag and I am closing the head section. Now come to the body tag. Inside the body tag, body. Only for one element I have given the property. So here I am writing only the paragraph text. Like you include 3 to 4 line things so that background image will be visible. Paragraph, close the body, close the head. Okay. So these are the text properties and background properties. All the text properties deals with only the text. All the background properties deals with the background color, background images. Okay. So this is about text and background properties. Next to more properties like box properties, units and URLs and margin properties. All properties we will discuss in the next class.